Where do you stand as far as redshirt decisions?
We're gonna meet again Monday, and you know, we've got several guys that I think, you know, we've made the decision on. If you want to ask me about one of them, I'll tell you. But then we've got others that are we hadn't made a decision on.
Garrett Williams.
He's gonna play. He's gonna play.
Kelly Bryant.
Kelly's gonna play.
Does the injury to Mark Fields change anything?
Not right now. It could, you know, but not right now. We know he can help us, and you know, he's going to be a special teams guy too. We're pretty good in the secondary, but he's a guy that we think can help us somewhere down the line as the season goes. But that is something we'll evaluate as far as, you know, how, if we have any setbacks with the bone in his hand. But you know, we don't anticipate that. We feel like that. You know, he's in about 4 weeks or so, 4 or 5 weeks, you know, maybe we can get him out of that cast. And again, you know, we don't play for 2 more weeks, and you got a couple games and an open date, and I mean, then you're in October quickly, and we only play 3 games, so before October. So we got a long way to go, and it's a long season. So, you know, right now our decision was to play him, and you know, we'll talk about it again Monday, but I don't foresee that changing, but again, that's just going to kind of depend on if he has a setback or something.
Albert Huggins, where do you see them redshirt-wise?
Austin will definitely play. Cleveland is on the bubble. You know, Huggins is going to play. You know, Huggins is a guy that is learning a new position and is still transition. Hasn't come quite as natural inside just because he's learning, but you know, he's one of those guys that physically is ready. I mean, there's just no question. Physically, he's ready to help us. You know, he's down the line right now because mentally he's still got a lot to learn, fundamentally, technically. But he's one of those guys that every rep is getting better. Every day is getting better, and you just see it. So, you know, right now I foresee him helping us. And Cleveland, I said, is on the bubble. Same thing. He's got his break in his hand was a little more serious, and so he's got a cast on his hand too. He's a guy that right now we could go either way with, and we're just gonna have to kind of see how it all plays out in the next few weeks. Probably won't make a decision for a while, 100%. But he's a bubble guy right now.
The linebacker situation, Chad Smith.
Bubble. He's on the bubble. I have not made a decision on him. JD and Judah. And Jalen, we're going to get ready to play. We need them, you know, from special teams. We need some depth. You know, Chad, we haven't made the decision 100% on. We're going to talk again on it Monday. But you know, those guys are all such huge parts of your core special teams, and you know, we've got to be careful with what we do with Ben and BJ. Ben and BJ have always been big special teams guys, but they haven't been the starters either. Right. Now their role's different, and they got to play a lot of snaps. And you know, we've recruited all these good players, and you know, not all of them are ready to be our starting backer or whatever, but they can definitely help us on teams. And so those are a lot of the decisions that we have to make. Some of those guys is based on that, you know, special teams. You know, we're still working through that, but that's our plan right now.
You're talking about playing Kelly. Is Tucker looking at a redshirt?
Well, I mean, we don't know. I mean, he like I said, he's been out here for 5 minutes of camp. It's the quickest injury in the history of football. But maybe we lost somebody in stretch before. I don't know, but it was close. So I don't know. I mean, I can't answer that. And then, you know, we only got 4 quarterbacks, so he's a rolled ankle away of being the 3rd guy. So we'll get him back, and we'll carry him. We carry our quarterbacks all year. We prep them all year. We keep them in the meetings. We take them on the road with us. I mean, that whole learning process for those guys is critical. But ideally, yeah, we want to redshirt him. You know, that's just kind of that's the hand we've been dealt. But that's standing here at August 21st. A month from now, he might be our 2nd team guy. I have no idea. So there's just so much that goes into it. But if everything stayed the same, we would love to you know, travel him with us every week, but hold it.
Has Adam Choice progressed enough to avoid a red shirt?
Adam has done great. He's pushed himself. He's done everything. It's really not anything to do with Adam. We really want to hold Adam, and that's another guy that he's on the bubble for one reason. You know, I think he would like to get his year back. He feels, I think, a little cheated from what he got last year. You know, he's right there. He gets the starting job, and bam, he's out. We've got a really good situation at running back. All those guys can play, and so it would kind of like we did with Kevin Dodd a couple years ago. Kind of a luxury for us if we could hold him, but it's like I told Adam, I can't promise him that, you know, and I think end of the day, I mean, he'd be fine with that too. And I told Dodd the same thing. I mean, you know, you get a couple guys hurt, hey, you got to play. I mean, because ultimately we got to do what's best for the team. And but as we sit right now with the guys that we have, I'm very comfortable with all of them, Adam included. But it would be a real luxury for us, and I think a real benefit for him if we could hold it. So we'll just have to see how that all plays out.
Any of those freshman offensive linemen outside of Hyatt and Morgan who you're definitely going to get ready to play?
Right now, just those two. You know, we're going to continue. I mean, again, same thing. Noah is not far off. He's really made improvement. Zach's gotten better and better. He's probably had the biggest adjustment, but really talented and really needs the power hour. Noah does too. So right now that's our plan, is to hold those two guys, and you know, but we'll see how it all plays out.